I've installed the 3 tubes in the radio, and I have removed this electrolytic capacitor, but there's a problem. It doesn't tell us which is 50 and which is 30 and which is 200. So we're going to have to do it looking at the wiring diagram, which I have right here, and also comparing the wiring diagram with the inside of the chassis. And you can see that I cut the wires for the electrolytic capacitor, and they're just sticking up about in the middle of the picture. Well, doesn't matter which one we find first. I just decided to find the 50 first, and there's 2 wire wound resistors and another resistor along with the selenium rectifier, and the 3 resistors all come to a single junction. If we go back to the chassis, it's right here. And of course I used an ohm meter to verify that. And while I was there, I went ahead and located the ground, which is right here, and verified that. That was the ground was very easy to find. The next one I chose to find is the 200 microfarad capacitor. And if you take a look at the 3S4, pin 1 is where the positive connection goes, but also there is a 1000 ohm resistor across that capacitor to ground. So if we go back to the chassis, that is right here, that green wire, and if you follow it back, you'll see that it does go to pin 1 of the 3S4, and if you look just below that, there's the 1000 ohm resistor. Now we've only got one wire left, and that is the 30 microfarad capacitor, which is right here, and I did check that out with the ohm meter also. I installed these 3 electrolytic capacitors, and now it's time to very carefully turn the radio on and bring up the voltage slowly, watching one of the 1.5 volt tubes, the filament, from 1 to 7, making sure that that does not go over 1.5 volts. Okay, we're ready for the power up. I've got the voltmeter across pins 1 and 7 of the 1T4, and over here I'm going to turn up the variac slowly, and we definitely don't want to go over 1.5 volts. I've got this turned up all the way, and it's on and plugged in. So let me turn up the variac slowly. So, right. Okay, doing pretty good. Still okay. And it's up all the way. I would like a little bit more voltage. I was hoping the radio would be playing, but that's not happening either. But that may be enough to make the radio play. Let's see here. Get my glasses. Let's see. Now there's a little bit of noise. Okay, and the audio. Well, we'll have to do some more testing, but it looks like we've got enough filament voltage. Well, I found out why the radio's not playing, and it's not good news. Although I don't feel too bad about it, because my purpose for buying this radio was to part it out. But this second IF can, you can see that's got a broken wire, but it's got more problems than that. So that's going to stop the project, and I'm going to go with my original thought on this radio anyway and part it out. So let's take a look at what I found originally, or what I found wrong with this radio. We've got 3 bad tubes, and the second IF is bad. I doubt that that's a coincidence. I have no idea what caused it, but well, it's going to make a nice parts radio. Like I said, I got it very reasonable, and it's not a valuable radio, but the parts are valuable to me. So here are the parts that I'm going to be able to use. Starting all the way to the left, might be able to use the antenna. Can certainly use that as a sub. And then the next 2 over are the tuning capacitor. And one like that, if you buy it new, they're almost $10. The next part to the right is the oscillator coil. That's good. The first IF is good. Then over to about the middle, the volume control is good. Then below that, to the right, is the AC-DC switch. That's good. And then what we found out in the demo is that the selenium rectifier is good. Now above that, the 3S4 is good. The audio transformer is good. And the speaker is good. So I'm going to be able to get a lot of good parts out of this radio. Thanks for watching.